on.
Less Moonves,
Don't you talk about Julie Chen's husband. Don't you talk about my Julie Chen Moonves.
he had someone on staff giving
But
blowjobs. How about that job?
first,
He's not a bad looking guy. I would have done that.
she stuck
There
by
she
her
was
husband,
blowing.
and those women on that show turned on her. Julie, I got your back.
Julie, and
I
I
love
know Julie has found God, and I'm very religious
She's
as well.
found God.
I
She's found
mean, for the love of God. I mean, who you expected your girlfriends to be like, hey, you know what, girl, we're with you. We know your man put a woman on staff that was blowing him under the desk, for 80K a year, but we're with you, her girl. Like, give me a fucking break. Bye.
Okay. Difference of
If
opinion.
Andy is a bad person, then karma will get him. Then this will be it. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. You're a lawyer. You know better than I do. I guess you have to prove these things. She has to have something, I guess. And I guess she does. We'll see how it all plays out. But I mean, he's not being fired over the Caroline Manzo lawsuit for sure, because
Still there. Yeah.
that's the producers on site. He won the Nini. So,
Brandi has some things to say, Miss Glanville, about some treatment.
she hasn't fought. Well, we all
No,
have
she
things.
hasn't filed. Yeah.
You and I go on and talk about past employers and we can say all that, but then, lots of times there's statute of limitations to sue. And I've been mistreated at work. I'm sure you have. I don't intend to sue them.
And I don't believe in like a witch hunt. I don't believe in, like, it's very easy in today's society to say something and now we all jump on the bandwagon and it becomes true. I don't believe in that. So, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it's funny because a housewife yesterday said to me, like, God, everyone loves Andy. Look at the comments. And I said to her, you're wrong. Everyone does not love Andy. Everyone fucking hates Leah McSweeney. So the comments you're reading, no, but it's true. You should read these comments. It's
No, they're not.
I'm gonna sue you, you fucking bitch. You ruined Roni. You ruined Roni. Shut up. They want their Dorinda. They want their Ramona. They want their Sonia Rita. So they're upset. And I'm like, and this housewife is like, you're right. I'm like, nobody hates Andy. They just think Brandi is a total mess. You know what I mean? I mean, have I don't know who's beloved at the network. Do you know what I mean? Have someone non-offensive come out and have claims. I'm not so sure everybody loves Andy so much. Plenty do. And I'm all for that. Ashley Darby does. Luann has done her video. I'm not coming for the guy. I'm just saying, like, if you read the comments, I don't necessarily know if everyone loves Andy. People just hate Leah and blame her for ruining Roni. And here we are in 2020 all over again. So
Under Leah's comments, what are your thoughts on the following people? Kelly Catrone says all true.
they're very good friends just in real life. So just like I tell you, I would stand by everyone. You still listen to me. You still follow me. When I say if Jed Shaw was my friend, I would stand by her if that was my lifelong friend. Her and Cutrone are like old school New York. Let's go to the clubs. Let's come up. Like when Debbie Mazar and Madonna were living in the East Village on $1. Go on. But they're good friends and I love Cutrone.
Brandi Glanville, clap, clap, clap for Leah McSweeney. We are not expendable. We are strong women and even stronger together. Time to take our power back. Someone writes to Brandi, didn't you sexually assault another cast member while filming?
So Brandi's team Leah, shocking.
Brandi. And now cue for the stage, Bethany. I don't know. I mean, look, I always want to support women. I always say every woman, every man that should be heard. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll look back at this podcast and you and I'll be completely wrong.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking Leah. Like, listen, I have to say, I see it both ways. If this was all really, then look, Brandi will never be back on the network. Manzo will never be back on the network. Guess what? She doesn't care. Nene will never be back on the network. She fucking cares. McSweeney would love to be back on the network, and yet she's at least taking a stand. So, I mean, then you could argue she wants money. She wants her name in the press. So, but I mean, at least she's living fearlessly, and I take that over these just corporate yes people. So,
People hate Leah, though. Leah,
I
please
told
stop.
you.
You're your own train wreck. Your mom even told you to stop drinking. Please stop acting like the victim. You're an adult. Uh, I just really cannot grasp the logic in this, Leah. You're in charge of you. If your sobriety was so important to you, I think you would choose the company you keep and the jobs that you take wiser. I'm a former addict. You choose money, greed over protecting your peace. The housewives have been on television for over a decade. We've all seen the types of company that these shows promote.
Hmm. These are all valid points. That's the thing. It's like that's where to me it gets a little like when you have
Right.
and someone also is like Lala Kent, Countess Luann, James Kent. Like there are plenty of people that are filming shows that are sober that are thriving. Like I would think it's one day at a time. I can't speak for anyone, but like I don't think Lala is, well, she might be tempted, but is going to slip up just because she just had a fight with Sandoval next week about her not exposing her life with Randall, and she's going to say, "Give me a fucking shot of vodka." So I see it both ways. I see it. I
David,
don't think
you're
it's
an
cut and dry.
attorney. NBC has some of the best attorneys. Aren't they going to pull up Leah, example A? Your mom said this about you. I don't know if she was ever in a form of recovery, but I mean, if you're in AA or NA, I mean, the whole premise of the 12 step is valuing yourself, respecting yourself, leaning on, and of course people do relapse 100%. But I mean, to me, it's like, aren't the lawyers going to go tit for tat with her and bring up like
Yeah, it's just like when a woman says, claims sexual assault by a predator. It's this is why people don't come forward. It's like we're bringing out all the bad facts of you and your life, and quote unquote you asked for it.
no, this
Yeah,
is different than being sexually assaulted by your boss and then told, then
I
quitting your job. This is different.
that I know. I'm just saying it's the same concept of we're going to look into Leah's drinking pattern. What do you mean that we caused this? You had a drink last week, and not that she did, but you know what I mean? It's going to be, yeah,
This
they're
is
going to try
different
to
than the
discredit
women.
her.
Well,
No, I'm
this
just
is
saying the
different than the
tactic
women of
is going to
that
be the
Jeffrey
same.
Epstein that people thought, or
Yes, but the tactic is going to be the same as far as like we're going to try to poke holes in Leah's character. Sure. That's all I'm saying.
no, I hear you. I thought you're right. You make a good
No, I
point.
mean, like, no, I mean, but you make a good point too.
I
Um,
We'll see
I
how
don't
it
know.
unfolds. We'll
I
see how.
think it's like, is anyone else going to come forward? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's, I'm not saying Leah and Brandi and Caroline isn't. I don't know. I really truly go back and forth of like Andy's untouchable versus, by the way, Andy has a new house in Amagansett. He always said that he would never move out of his current Hamptons house unless he found a house on the beach. He did in Amagansett. So he purchased that and completely remodeled it. He purchased the condo penthouse across the street from where he lives in the West Village. The address is out there. It's a Bing and Bing. It's a pre-war. It's not my style. But if you